Sky Knight, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good morning. Sorry, I'm like I just woke up like maybe 10 minutes ago. That's not entirely true. Like I've been on and off. Like I woke up for a little bit, checked price for like 10 seconds, and went back to sleep. I'll go over what we're looking for here in a moment. Let me just make sure I have all this. And Sky, I did see your post in the Discord. Yeah, I believe after like 12 p.m. we just stop if we don't get an entry. Just because it takes too much time to actually get the entry, get filled, and possibly. I mean, it depends, but I think we are going to come up and test these highs soon, hopefully. Euro pump, want to get in a trade. Hopefully we'll be able to short this soon. Victor, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good afternoon. So let's go over the trades, because I'll show you guys this quick. So we did hit our profit target for phase 2. All right, and so I just need to get 2 more minimum trading days in and I'll be funded. So it's really cool to see. It's gonna be a nice payout because I'm getting a 15% profit split of the combined profit from both phases. So I believe that's 1950 if the math is correct. Let me do the 13,000 between the 2 phases. Yeah, 1950 plus I'm getting my 545 refund back because I have to pay a little bit in fees. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it with the fees, but it's fine. I really don't care. And hopefully after I get funded, we hit our first trade is a winner, or at least we come out with at least 1% profit. That's the goal. So an extra $1,000. So I'm gonna be getting almost a $4,000 payout between everything. So I'm very excited for this. That's probably gonna be next week. I doubt I'm gonna be able to get funded because I know it takes time to actually get funded. The firm actually has to get you, they have to get you in somehow. So I'm just gonna assume next week if I can get it on Friday, because Friday's the next trading day, that'd be fantastic. But I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that we're gonna be ready to go on by next week. So that's there. And let me show you guys also the okay, I gotta log back in. Where's my... Okay, so I'm currently also in stage 2 of a 25K account. So let me pull that up here. There we go. Okay. So 25K phase 2. I'm at 915 total P&L. I just need to make another 334. So I'm just hoping to get this one last trade in today. Maybe, hopefully we can get it. But that's the goal. The goal is to pass both by today. So let's see what happens. Congrats on the getting funded. Currently trying a 25K account. Thank you, Sky Knight. And hopefully, I know it's hard for some people to trade like your London session and stuff. So hopefully we can get a good trade in today. I'll recap the trade in a moment. I'm just going to show you guys the levels I'm looking for both. So if you guys aren't familiar, we're just looking for the previous session high or low. The way you find that is you go back by the colored regions here, and that's how we view our range, our time range. So as you can see, we're most likely going to be crossing to the upside on during this session. I know why I froze for a second, but we're going to be most likely crossing the upside. We could come back down. If we do start making our way back down, I'm going to be a little bit more inclined to say that we might not be able to get a trade today. just because we are spreading ourselves a little bit thin when it comes to where like the timeline. So like we're getting too close to where we're not gonna have enough time to actually get the trade plus hit the TP before our 4 o'clock cutoff window. So we're treading close here. So we'll just have to just wait and see what happens. But let's go over the last session's trade. So we took Euro. If you guys are in my Discord in the Forex section, I did go over this. Let me just show you guys a quick little recap. So we broke the low on the Asia session first. So we currently have our break of structure entry that we're looking for. You can see we pumped up above it. I got an entry, and then eventually the trade ended up hitting. So it took a little while, but I'll just show you guys real quick. There's the break of the low. Now, you technically could have used this line as your break of structure entry. Because it's a pullback within a smaller downtrend. So this technically could have been your break of structure. But I personally just missed it. So even if you took the position here, right, it just would have been a better entry for you regardless. You would have hit TP way sooner. But I waited for this one to get hit. Because we had a pullback, so it's something like this. All right, we're waiting for something like that. So once we got that little pullback and got that continuation upward, we used this line as our break of structure. We did not close on this candle, we closed on this candle. So we enter right about here. All right, and then from there, fix 2 to 1. I gave myself a little bit more room. Now, I personally actually took profit a little bit earlier on the fund and next, just because I was already hitting my take profit to pass the challenge. So there's really no point to go above that. You're not going to make any more money for it. So it was just a little bit more of a cushion. So I took profit probably like around like here, 1.7. I don't remember exactly where I did, but it was enough to pass. I wasn't full holding for the full 2 to 1. On the 25K I did though. So that was the entry here. I actually got a better entry because I was late to the party. So somewhere around there, I TP'd. Alif, thank you, my friend. Good to see you. But yeah, we're doing good. I know a couple people are doing this as well. So if you guys have been doing this with me, you guys have been doing well. Shout out to you. I know Grant. I'm not sure if Grant is in chat yet, but he's currently funded and he got his first actual, there it is. So he just secured a 2% payout. So he's getting that and his refund back. So shout out to Grant. Good job, man. He's on his way to pass 100K as well. So yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm currently watching EU. EU is going to be the entry. Hopefully, if we can get up here. Fuck. I'm like, the jet lag is so bad from coming back from the trip. Like I slept for 12 hours when I came back. I was at Sunday night and Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday night into Monday, I slept for another 12 hours, and then last night I didn't sleep. I barely got anything. How do they pay out wire Wire to bank account. It depends, Alif. So you can do, there's each firm might have different options. I know Tradingview has a crypto payment option, so you can get paid out in crypto or bank wire, bank transfer. A lot of firms offer both. Some of them offer just strictly bank wire. You just look into that before you, if you want to take that challenge. If you don't want to get a bank wire, there are firms out there that do pay in crypto, and Tradingview is one of them. I believe Funded Next also pays in crypto, so I'll be looking to get my payment in crypto hopefully whenever I decide, or whenever I get to that point. Drew, morning ABC fam. Congrats, Johnny. Hope you enjoyed your downtime. You need it. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I didn't get that much sleep. My sleep schedule was okay, but we did a lot of stuff. It was really fun. It was nice to kind of just, get out of the house and like leave my area for a little bit. It was weird though, because the weather was like nice here. Well, I'm saying it's not nice now, but it was a lot warmer when I left. And you go from, 70-ish degrees, 75 degrees over to like the 80, 90 degree heat in Vegas. And then we come back here and it's like fall already. Like there's already leaves on the ground. It wasn't like that like a week ago. So it was weird coming back and jumping right into fall. So, yeah, it was a nice break. And then of course we had this, and then we also took trades while I was on vacation. I did not stream because obviously I was away, but I was in my Discord, and we did take the trades live. I believe I gotta go back. Yeah, so wait, was it Monday or Tuesday that we traded? I believe it was Tuesday. Can someone confirm? Was it Tuesday? Pretty sure it was Tuesday. Tuesday we shorted. I don't remember exactly where it was. All right, so that was a winner, but then we tried longing. We tried longing during London and got stopped out on news. Wait, no, that's not the. So we got stopped out in news, so it ended up being we still ended up being profitable for the week. But yeah, we're still looking strong. We're still looking good. Let's see. Rumbles, let's see. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Which prop firm did you? So I'm taking two different ones. So I'm currently in a 25K challenge on Tradingview. And then I can't show the full screen because it gives my actual name. I don't want to dox myself. But we'll do this. And I'm on phase 2. Hold on, let me see if I can find. All right, I can show you this. Sure. All right. So there is phase 1 I passed, and then phase 2 we're currently in. And we just go to the dashboard. Sure, don't. All right. And then on the dashboard, you can see I passed, hit the profit target for phase 2. I just need to get 2 more trading days in. So like the next 2 days, I'm just gonna trade a little bit just to get the amount out of the way. And yeah. Hey, let's go, bro. Love to see you pass the prop firms. Appreciate it, Rumples. And like it's the moral of the story, the reason behind this is to showcase that even though we're coming from ABCs, this strategy is kind of a form of ABCs in a way. Sometimes the trades that we actually take are based off of ABCs. But it just goes to show that if you know what you're doing, if you build a good foundation, it can be in any market. It could be in crypto to Forex, Forex to indices, indices to crypto, Forex the crypto. As long as you have a good principle of or a good foundation of how to be a good trader, you know, be able to separate your actual mathematics and actual, how do I say this? Separating your emotions from the facts, emotions from the strategy, emotions from trading. If you're able to bridge the gap, or sorry, divide the two, that's gonna be, you know, the foundation for success. Strategy is just part of the solution, right? Now, strategy is important, I will say that, but it's not as important as what goes on up here. You know, there's gonna be times where a strategy like this, you might miss an entry, you might miss a session, you might lose, you might not. There's gonna be things that get in the way, and as long as you understand what you're going through and understand that the actual statistics behind the strategy is consistent over a longer period of time, understanding how the market moves to an extent. I don't want you guys to think that you have to find this very convoluted way to figure out how the market moves. It's just simple. We take it from a very simplistic standpoint, but it's all possible. Anyone can do this. Like, I literally have no experience in Forex. I just pulled Donald Trump. I just went huge. I have no experience in this. All right. Yes, I've looked at Forex charts in the past, but I never actively traded it. And about a month, maybe a month and a half ago, I actively started trading Forex with zero experience, and I passed 100K prop firm challenge. I'm on my first try. I haven't failed yet. So that's more than what 99% of people can do, and it's completely possible for any of you guys to do it. So think of this as is it motivation? Yes, but it's more of an idea of like, look, it's not as hard as it looks. So so you use ABC only? I do not. So it's not ABCs only. So let me explain. The best way to describe the strategy is we're looking for price is going to form a certain range within these time periods. All right, what'll happen is once the next time period starts, you basically mark out the high and the low. All right, you just wait for a price to take out one of the pivots. In this case, we took out the low. So it's kind of like ABCs, but we're looking for an extra layer of confirmation. The confirmation, or the second layer of confirmation in this strategy, is something called a break of structure. All right, so pretty much depending on which direction we're looking at either a lower high or a higher low. It all depends on what direction we're looking at. In this case, we're looking at lower highs, right? And from there, we identify that pivot, and we're just waiting for price to come up and give us a candle body close above that pivot or above that break of structure. Once you get a candle body close, all right, you take the entry, target a fixed 2-to-1 ratio, and you're basically looking to hit a quick move in the market. So in a way, if you just kind of take all this break of structure and all this other stuff out of the way, a lot of the times it's ABCs, but we just use an extra source of confirmation to allow us to possibly give the market a chance to reverse. That's where our edge comes in. It's the ABCs plus the extra layer of confirmation. Let me show you some examples that we used. Some are ABC, some are not. So like last session. All right, the ABC, and then within that ABC, there is a C wave. Sorry, that was it. Yeah. And then between, you can go a step further and say this was an ABC. So like a lot of these are ABCs, but not all of them. Let me show you another one. All right, so the Tuesday trade that we took. So we took out this high here. right? But it wasn't an ABC. You can see we never got the C leg. So sometimes it is an ABC, sometimes it isn't. A lot of the times it is an ABC though. For example, here's another one. This also was kind of messy, but it worked. All right, ABC there, and within the C leg. But we don't take our entry off of that pivot. We wait for a confirmation. There's a bunch of other examples I can go through, but you'd be surprised how a lot of these end up being ABCs on a smaller time frame. So do you recommend prop firms now? So yeah, I used to be very against prop firms for how we trade crypto. So how we trade crypto from a swing trading standpoint, I'm not a big fan of. But when it comes to Forex and a strategy that we're kind of getting in and out within the same day, I think prop firms definitely are a great tool if you know how to use them properly. Now, people out there buy these challenges, they max out their maximum drawdown in a day, 2 days, and they end up losing pretty quick, practicing degenerate behavior. It's the same idea with trading, is that these firms make money off people losing. That's just facts. And they use the losers to pay the winners, and they keep the rest. And yeah, it's a win. It's a give and take game, just like trading. So like, if you're really good at trading, if you know how to maneuver, you know how to be a good consistent trader, prop firms are a magical tool. Don't believe me? Let's look at something real quick. So right now I currently have, let me just pop it up. All right, so I have a spreadsheet, which I'm using to track all the accounts that I have at the moment. So there's a bunch of different websites you can use to get your hands on different amounts of funding. So right now I currently have a 100K account and a 25K account active. All right, so once I pass the 25K account, and we get funded on both, I have the potential to unlock about a $2 grand per month rate of return. That's an average of 2%. Why did I come up with that 2% number? Let me show you quick. All right, according to the strategy, right, there's stats to track the effectiveness of this model. All right, there is back testing, and once you combine back testing with forward testing and continue to follow the actual strategy, as it progresses further in time, while also using or understanding the actual winning percentage, what the potential is, sticking to it and combining both, you'll be surprised what happens. So the reason why I came up with the 2% a month, very simple. All right, so we're currently, this started February 6th, so February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So 10 months. So 10 months. So 10 months, and then we're going to do 81.5. Divide that by 10. All right, so at the moment, the strategy is currently averaging about 8% a month. All right, even if you cut it in half, that is a 4% average return on per month using the strategy. I took it a step further and gave myself even a lower set of expectations for this. So I brought it down to 2%. All right, so 2%. All right, right now if we can get 125 secured, which we have the 100, I just gotta get to 25 secured, about $2 grand. All right, this is with after the split too, so make sure 80% of that. So this is after the split. So after the split, you can do the same thing and you can go shop around. A really good website if you guys are interested. There's a website called Prop Firm Match, and basically allows you to set parameters of what you want. You can actually shop around. There's a whole bunch of different prop firms you can use. I don't think it has all of them, but it has a lot of them. So just go ahead, check that out if you guys want to go ahead and find what the best firm for like your budget is. It's a really good tool in my opinion, but I've been using this. So for example, let's say we want to upgrade to 200k. I usually just check these off just to see like what's out there shopping wise. Now I like to organize it by profit target to drawdown ratio first, and then I kind of look at everything else from there. The first thing I like to do is make sure that your drawdown method isn't static. Obviously you can look at the trust score as well. You know, Blue Guardian's been around for 2 years. This company is, you know, pretty solid, and I believe if you go through this website, you get a nice discount on some of these firms. So I'm gonna probably be eyeing the Blue Guardian challenge next for 200k. So let's go back to the spreadsheet. Let's say we can secure a 200k challenge through Blue Guardian. Once we secure that, all right, we're going back to the model and going back to what you can potentially get on this. With just 3 accounts of 325k, you know, you have a potential to unlock about 5 grand a month worth in profit. Now, like I said, this is overall an average. There's gonna be some higher months, there's gonna be some lower months. There might be a month or two where you're in drawdown or in break even. Who knows? But going based off everything that we know ahead of time, you can get an idea of what is possible. So let's say you unlock this. Let's say you're funded 200k. Then I can go back to the same thing. Now you have about, let's say you wanted to dedicate half of that. So now you have about $2,000 worth in prop firm capital. Or sorry, you have $2,000 to spend on a new challenge. So I believe you can get up to a 500k account with that. Yeah, Maven's a good one. So let's say you want to buy 500k Maven challenge, which I do have on this list. I'm not going to go too crazy into this because I've done this plenty of times, but with the ability of 4 accounts that you can go ahead and secure funding for, you're already in the 6-figure mark, average per month, which is absolutely insane. And we're barely touching the list. I can go in here and just, you know, throw all these numbers at you guys, but if you guys want, we can, but I'm just trying to show you what's possible with doing something like this, especially if you have a good consistent strategy. So yeah, that's the only reason why I recommend using prop firms with this, is because you have a way to substantially leverage a small amount of money. You know, you can spend, let's go back to this. You don't have to buy 100k, 500k challenge instantly. Let's say you want to start off small. Let's say 25k. Same thing. Blue Guardian offers a 25k account for $192. That's way cheaper than I paid for. Actually, no, that's not way cheaper. Hold on. Oh, wow. Funding pips. Funding pips is a good one. Let me just check the. Okay, it's got static drawdown. Good. Funding pips is actually a good one. So for 130 bucks, you can get a 25k account. So even if you just had a 25k account, all right, you know, you can turn 100 bucks, 150 bucks to about $400 of potential not passive, but consistent income. So there's a lot of potential with this. So for me, it's a case of why not secure it, especially now that once I get my refunds back, it's pretty much just house money. So I'm just gonna keep reinvesting, growing the snowball, and just letting this grow. That's the reason why I like prop firms, for this, only for this. I see now. Damn. Oh yeah, no, it's the actual, the picture gets very big, very crazy, very fast. I'm not gonna. I wanted to see. I love doing the math and doing the numbers and stuff. But you know, if you can get your hands on $2 million in funding, which is not that much when you really think about it, if you can get your hands on $2 million in funding, average around 2% return a month. Let's say 1.8 just to be, well, what's 1.6? right? Is that 80%? Yeah, 1.6. So that's just to give you an idea. So 1.6% a month after your split. So $2 million in funding. The numbers speak for themselves. I'm not going to sit here and try to paint you guys a picture or try to get you guys' hopes up, but this shows you what's possible. So, especially once you get funded, you get your refund back, it's all free money. Can you use Trade Copier for prop firms? It depends. Most of them allow it. And also, Mr. Reckless, I'm sorry I didn't see your message, but thank you so much for the message. I do appreciate it. But trade copiers, so there's two different types of trade copiers. One, a lot of people are thinking that you take one person's trades and copy them to yours. That is not allowed. But what you can do is take a trade copier that allows you to have a top account or master account. You can have a bunch of different accounts below it, and if you take a trade on one, it'll fill it on multiple accounts at the same time. So that is allowed, but you can't take a trade copier from one person and copy it to another. You have to take your trades on your own. So that's that type of trade copier is allowed on most firms. Some of them don't allow it, but most of them they do. Yes, I'm talking about that one. Yeah, so yeah, it's allowed. If you're talking about the second one, the ladder, yeah, there's a couple different companies you can use that you can manage multiple accounts. There's people out there who have very low to high six figures. I'm not sure if anyone publicly out there has seven figures. Maybe we'll be the first one. Who knows? 7 figures is a lot though. Oh, sorry, not 7, 8 figures. There's a lot of people out there who have low to high 7 figures, but 8 figures. Wait, did that right? 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Maybe we'll be the first to hit 8. Who knows? Right now, I'm making 10% a month. Isn't it good? That's if you're making consistent 10% a month, that's awesome, man. That's top tier. That's really good. It's not consistent yet, but I will make it consistent. Yeah, I mean, if you can maintain that over a 6 to 12 month period, top tier. That's very good. Me personally, I think that's a little bit of a stretch to be consistent with, but hey, man, if you can do it, you can do it. Johnny win Lambo. 2024. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know yet. I don't know. Who knows? First, I got to buy myself a house. The game plan is a house or small. I don't know if I'm going to get like a part of me wants to get like a decently sized house and maybe work on the cars after. If I do a decently sized house, the cars aren't going to be as nice. Maybe I'll get myself like a nice BMW, a Porsche or something. I can do a lower tier house and spend a little bit more on cars. It also depends how much money I make too. But I'm kind of aiming towards the middle. I would like to get myself a decent place to live in where I have a lot of space to, have my own studio. I always wanted you gotta have a man cave. I might make the actual basement or man cave my studio for like streaming and stuff. That's gonna be the goal. Hopefully, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm like starting to look to see what can I accomplish based off of certain numbers. So, yeah, it really depends, because if I go lower budget house, higher budget on the car. I'm not sure if Lambo, but something that starts with 720S might be in the picture. Can't confirm nor deny. Whatever car company makes the 720S, I'm not going to say. You guys can figure that out. That's been my dream car for ever since I was a kid. Even though McLarens like didn't come out for a while, I always wanted like the MP412C. That car was pretty fucking cool. I actually drove one. I drove one on a closed track. That was fun. That car is very small, and I'm a wider dude. And so when I was driving it, the guy next to me was also kind of wide, so we were sitting there touching elbows. It's a very small car. MP412C, very fun car. And then the 570S came out. So I was still. When did the 570S come out? When did this car come out? $2015. Yes. Okay. So I remember this. So the MP412C came out in 2011. Okay, this is all starting to come back to me. So I was in high school when the MP412C came out, and when I graduated high school, that's when the 570 came out. I love the 570, but ever since then, I always wanted a McLaren. And then eventually the 720S came out, and I'm like, this is it. This is all I need. Yeah, 2018 it came out. Yeah, that was like the ideal. Oh, it was a 650S. That's what it was. The 650S was. That's what it was. When did that come out? Yes. Okay, I remember now. It was the 650S, and then the 728 came out later. Rule of thumb: cars should be 10% of whole value, in my opinion. I mean, I feel like it should be more about what you make, but that's because you can make a lot of money and buy a cheap house. You know what I mean? If you make $250,000 a year or more, and you're living in a, you know, like a 2-bedroom condo, or, you know, I don't know how small of a house you want to live in, but I feel like you can buy a small. There's someone who lives like 10 minutes from my house, and I remember this specifically because actually, was it recently? I forgot how long ago it was. It was probably at least 2 years ago. But I used to drive by this guy's house all the time, and he lived in a very, very small house. Probably, like, if I had to guess, a 2-bedroom. I don't know how many square foot off the top of my head. I don't know, but it's a small house. It's 1 story, nothing crazy to think about. Like, it's a very small house. And this motherfucker had a GTR parked in his driveway. I'm like, this is what I want. Hey, Johnny, can you show your settings on your session indicator for a sec? Yeah, absolutely. All right, so make sure it's set to EST or UTC -4, and then those are the times, and this one I have checked off. I'll leave it up there for like a minute so you can copy it. Hey, got it. Thank you, bro. No problem, Tim. No problem. Jazz, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Let me know if you need me to change the song. I'm currently listening to my own music right now. So Hey Johnny, I have to go to work. Great seeing you live for a bit. I do appreciate that. Crypto Beehive. I was in your neighborhood last week. I didn't hear from you. I'm just kidding. I was in Vegas last week though. I was in your neck of the woods. But yeah, I wanted a 650S, and then 720 came out. I'm like, this is it. Lambos are cool and all, or an Audi R8 V10. Second gen Audi R8 would be nice too. Next time, let's meet up for a drink. Absolutely. Every October. Every October, I go out of my way to take a trip down there. Right when it starts to cool off. So I'll definitely let you know next time. Let's get a higher high here. All right, we might get a higher high. So if we do get a higher high shortly, this is going to be our current breaker structure. I'm just marking this line out here because we do have to test that as resistance. We aren't going to continue higher. Yeah, that's a pretty significant zone. So maybe if we get a tap up there, maybe we can get a rejection. Not using that to make any trade decisions, but you can see that we're currently in a downtrend and we had a nice ABC possible reversal. Even though, you know, shorting an uptrend isn't necessarily a bad thing. You don't want to short when like we're in the middle of a range, or if we don't have any like significant resistance, just in case we do significantly break above. But you know, we're sticking to the rules. We just got to wait and see. Let's see, what time frame using for breaking structure, 15 or 5? 5 minute, Tim. Sorry about that. I was on the 15 because I was just looking at larger areas, but it's always a 5 minute. We just need that high to be broken first. Long way down for the break of West if we break the high without making a new higher low. Yeah, so what'll end up most likely happening, Tim, is we'll have this break of structure. And usually, I mean, it doesn't happen. It's not the case all the time. But I would say the majority of the times what ends up happening is price will come up, break the high. All right, it'll continue, but it will form a higher low at some point. So this break of structure will eventually move up. I don't know exactly where it's going to move up, but most of the time that ends up happening. Or this could be another scenario that happens. Sometimes we'll get something like this, like a wick, and immediately come back down. All right, if we come back down, but we form something like this to where we kind of form like a beginning of a possible downtrend based off of a potential break of this, then you'll get another scenario where this is a higher low. Doesn't necessarily have to break the high. You just need to have a clear separation in trend, or at least a noticeable separation in trend. So that's what most likely will happen. I don't think it's not, price is not just going to come up, come back down. It's possible that it could. If it does, we'll have to wait and see how the actual entry looks when it develops. But from what I've doing this from experience, for me, it's most likely the breaker structure will move up as price goes up as well. We just got to wait and see what happens. Sorry, I'm building cars I shouldn't be building. All right, I'm gonna stop this. Niraj, how you doing, my friend? Hey, Johnny, how's Forex going? It's going good. So I passed. Show you quick. So I passed a phase 2 of the 100K account. So I just need to get the 2 more trading days, and I'll be funded. And then for I do, I'm currently up 915 bucks. I need to make $334. So I need one more trade on this account to get funded as well. So I'm looking to take that trade here. We took the previous session trade on GU off of this breaker structure here, but I did not get an entry till about this pivot here. So we did hit TP on that one, so that was a win earlier today. So just waiting for this trade, and if this trade goes, I'll be funded on both accounts, and then yeah, we can start going ahead and making some more serious money. Yeah, it's going really good though. How long did it take to reach level funding? When was the first time I did this? If I had to guess, let me go. Actually, I don't know the exact date. Let me check something. So I bought the first account on August 14th. So it's been almost 2 months. It took 2 months to get funded. On the other account challenge, I bought it. I can tell you right now. When did I buy this? Huh. Let me see if I can find out when I started this. Okay, so I started this account on September 25th. So it only took on the 100K account, it only took 2 weeks to get funded. The 100K took 2 weeks. The 25K took about 2 months. That's great, man. Good luck. Thank you so much, Niraj. We'll just have to wait and see. Because after on the 100K account is pretty big, because I don't know if you guys know this, on Funded Next, I'm not trying to say go to Funded Next because of this. So on Funded Next, they actually give you profit share from the challenge itself. So once you get funded, get a payout, you're going to be getting your payout plus your refund back. All right, so I pay, it's $5.19. I paid a little bit more because of fees, so like $5.30, $5.40. So I'm going to be getting the fee back plus the 15% profit share plus whatever I make from the funded account. So I'm aiming to make 1%. So 1% of 100K is $1,000. After the split's going to be 800. So 800 plus 1950 plus 500. So it's going to be almost a three grand payout. So that's going to be pretty nuts. And then also when I get funded from, hopefully we're able to actually take a trade during this session. If not, we still have Friday, but hopefully I'll be able to get funded by Tradingview coming up here shortly as well. If I can get even a 1% payout on that, that'd be 250 plus my original refundable fee. It's gonna be a good amount of money. Can we break this high already? I know the feeling, Sky Knight. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Like I said, we're kind of getting close to the time where it doesn't really make sense to look for a trade. But what's nice is it is establishing support, so we could start to, if we do make a push up here, we can start to move our breaker structure up a little bit. But I just want to see that push to break the high first. Mark Z came to drop a like. I see a potential double tap on the bottom of this pennant, 27,219. Let's look at crypto. I haven't looked at crypto in a while. 27,29. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. My drawings aren't the best, but I see what you're talking about. Unless you're talking about this. That actually looks better. That looks better. We'll have to see. I'm not, to be honest, I haven't really paid attention to crypto in a very long time just because it's been so freaking slow. Any news on Kite? I talked to him recently. He's doing good. He's still doing his thing. I don't know when he's gonna come back. To be honest, I don't blame him. It's just cryptos has been so agonizingly slow. Like it's like watching paint dry at this point. I don't think crypto's been this slow in a very long time. So I personally think once he's looking for like 19.5. If we do get a significant dump, he definitely I would hope he would come back. But he's doing good. From what I've seen, he's doing good. But I don't blame him. He has no reason to stream right now. Just like, you know, it's the same reason why I decided to try Forex. And the amount of time that Bitcoin is taking to make a move, I've been able to trade Forex for a month and a half, secure over 100K in funding, and have a potential to make just as much, if not more money trading Forex than I would be trading crypto. Like it gets to the point to where if I do scale the Forex part of this, I really have no reason to. I mean, I'm still going to trade crypto. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to be DCAing. I'm still going to be involved. But to me, this is going to be like where the bread and butter is. So I really have no reason to be as active on crypto as I used to be. So he's around. He's doing good. I don't know when he's going to come back. It's probably going to be a while, though, especially if crypto keeps doing a whole bunch of nothing. Oh, GU might actually break. GU might actually break the high first. Let's see. At this point, it's very close. They're both like pretty much at the same point. So let's see. We might get a higher high. Well, we are going to get a higher high here soon. I don't see reversing from here. Price wants to come up and test this. Oh, come on. What if they both hit? So if they both hit the new high, we're going to take whatever entry gives us the first break of structure entry. So at the moment, EU has a better break of structure entry because we formed a lower high here. Okay. So it mostly depends on which pair gives you the entry first at this point. This is a great example of what to do in this kind of scenario. It's not which one takes out the high or the low first. It's whichever one gives you the break of structure entry first. I gotta pull up my trade locker. Let me just post this in the Discord. All right, so at the moment, GU has broken the high. I think EU has as well. Yes, EU has broken the high. All right, let me just post this in the Discord. So now once the trend is continuing to update, the only way this new breaker structure will shift is if we get something like this. We continue lower. But we don't have that yet. So right now we just have to wait. We just have to wait to see what happens. But if we don't get anything within the next like 45 minutes, an hour, I think I'm going to call it a no trade session. I just showed up to my place with lunch. Hope you tipped him well, Leaf. I told I'm waiting for you to make millions trading Forex, then we'll tip him well. I mean, at the rate that this is going, you might not have to wait long. Rivertown Souls. Hey Johnny. What are your stats on the strat? Win rate, amount of trades. I can tell you from where I started. But in order for me, the beautiful part about this is that I'm very bad when it comes to tracking trades. Nope, don't worry about that window there. But let's see what I can pull up. Do I not have the other? So there's a spreadsheet out there. If you want, I can send this to you guys, or I can post it in the chat if you guys want to live track it. But I started this strategy on, let me tell you right now, the 14th of August. So there's a couple trades that there's a couple trades that I have missed. But like, let's do the math. August, what was it? August 14th. All right, so August 14th was 2 plus 2. 3, 6. It's gonna take me a while to do this, but all right, so since starting this on August 8th, this is not 100% accurate because I missed a couple trades, but you would be up 25% in the last, well, actually 25R. So if you're risking 1%, 25%. If you're risking 0.5, divide that, if you're risking 2%, double that, blah, 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 blah. So 25% or 25R, depending on what your risk percentage is. The amount of trades, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 39 trades I've taken. It hasn't been a perfect road because I've messed up like entries and stuff on certain things in the beginning trying to figure stuff out. But as of right now, the strategy over the course of a longer term period is at 81% over the last 10 months. So I'm about to pass, hopefully, if we get this trade. I got some time. If we hit this short, if we hit TP without getting stopped, I'm gonna get past. I'm gonna be funded on Tradingview, and then on, show you that account right now. All right, so up 915. I need to make 334. So one more trade, like 1.25%, something like that, and then we'll do. I'll show you. I shall show you the. I am not going to show the whole thing because my actual name is on here and I don't want to get doxxed. So you can see profit target hit. I just need to trade for 2 more days, so I'm just going to take trades the next 2 days to hit that goal. But I'm going to be funded on 100K. That's phase 2. I can show you same thing. I don't want to dox myself, but you can see phase 1 was passed. So it's waiting to get funded. And yeah, we're gonna keep rolling, gonna keep building accounts. I'm probably gonna go start off either with a 200K or a 300K. I don't know yet. Thank you, man. And also, great, you're doing good. Thank you so much for Return Souls. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Forex has been good to me so far. So we'll have to see if we can keep this up. Because you know, you guys have seen me do the math before. It gets pretty crazy. Grant, how you doing, my friend? You just waking up? Fortunately, I didn't sleep that much. New breaker structure on GU. I'm not the biggest fan of that one, Alif. This is still part of an uptrend. I want to see a little bit more separation. And it sucks because this part is kind of subjective, but it's almost like ABCs. Once you see it enough, it becomes easier to spot. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. I know what you're talking about. I'm not the biggest fan of that though. You know what? You're right. As I'm saying that, I would like to see, basically what you're looking for is a higher, in this case, you want a wick higher on both sides, or you want a higher price on both sides. You could see there's a higher wick before, and then price shot up before. So technically, yes, we'll go with that. You're right. My apologies. I retract that statement. EU has the same scenario as well. I did wake up late, but we've been paying attention since 9 a.m. Luckily, late session. Yeah, this one, there's not too much going on, so. So I can't get myself to do Forex yet. Maybe sometime soon. I'm learning to trade crypto and indices through Andy, Bitcoin Senses. Then we'll plan on trading Forex indices crypto on BingX using Tether. Yeah, man, you can take that route too. I'm not sure what he exactly teaches. Is there free stuff I can look at? Oh God, he's breaking out the Elliott wave. Oh no. Not a good sign. I don't disagree with him on this, though. I don't like the 5-way count, but I don't disagree on the retracement. His fractals aren't terrible. Because I know, I see what he's talking about. He's looking basically Bitcoin bottom, came back, retraced, came back. He's looking for a retracement. So I don't disagree with that. All these levels, man. VPVRs. It's not the worst I've seen. He's just like everyone. He's just like everyone else for the most part. I believe you know how I feel. I personally don't believe you need you know this extra stuff. That's just me. Yep, he's on YouTube. His strategy's still all based around volume and Elliott. See, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not gonna sit here and say you're wrong for trying to do this or he's wrong for doing this. I just don't think it's necessary. It's not the worst though. I'm not gonna say that it's better than the fucking market cipher stuff, so I'll give you that. Oh. Fuck. What's the temperature today? 60. What are your thoughts on Jason Casper? I think he's hilarious, and the way he uses market cipher is totally different. I think he's funny. He's a funny dude. I personally, I went through a phase where I watched him for a good amount. It's just the same old like rinse and repeat stuff. He does I've talked to some people, who don't. I mean, I'm not sure if it's legit, but they claim to they kind of know like what he does. It's the same like everyone else. Like Crypto Face does the same thing. He'll take 2 trades based off 2 different signals, and whenever there's a winner, he'll post. He'll stream. He's apparently he's known for doing that. Same thing. The necessity to use like VPVRs, volume profiles, and all this stuff. Trying to hyper scalp. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Overall, I think he's a funny dude. He's got good taste in music. Fellow metalhead. I don't like he pushes. He talks. I mean, I think it's a little cringe, but when he prays on stream, that's just me though, because I'm not really that religious. Him constantly walking, like doing the streams while he's on a treadmill. That's just fucking stupid. But I get it. You gotta do his fucking cardio. I can't say much because me being a fat fuck just sitting here, so I can't knock the guy for doing it. It's something I wouldn't do, but overall funny guy. TA is at mid. Does the same stuff CryptoFace does. So it's part of the YouTuber space in crypto. So I'm not gonna knock him for it. I get it. But it's just something I can't get behind. I like him, Andy, and Frankie Candles. The way they use market cipher and volume profiles makes sense to me. As you want to get in and out of the market with some profit, ABC is more spot. Yeah, I would agree with the second part. I don't think it's necessary, me personally. I just think it's a lot of extra stuff. You can do a lot with just ABCs alone on smaller time frames. It's not the best on smaller time frames, but it can be done. I don't know. That's just me personally. I'm not looking to hyper scout Bitcoin and stuff, so that's just not me. Tradu said to trade the pro pairs that they have available. Tighter spreads and better execution. They just announced it in their Discord. Is it on Trade Locker, Grant? Can I do this on Trade Locker? Or do I need to like? This is like an MT4, MT5 thing. Oh, I see. Forex. You're talking about these? Like the pro pairs? Euro USD and then GBP USD? How do I favorite this? Yes, okay. Am I missing something? How do I favorite it? There's no like favor button unless I'm. How do you calculate risk on Trade Locker? How do you enter then? What's your risk you're trading? Okay, so we used Tradingview for this. So on Tradingview, like basically what I would do, set your lot size to 1,000. You can set your risk parameters and just type in your account size and it'll do the math for you. So the amount that I'm trading with is off of this number here. So 194. All you have to do is move the decimal place over twice. So just divide that by 100. Right, and it's 1.94. So in order for me to risk 1%, I would have to calculate and put in 1.94 lots on Trade Locker. That's here. Is it technically not a trade day since we're past the 4 hours since open with? Is it 4? Oh, it is 4 hours. You know what, Sky Knight? I think you're right. And the stop loss, the stop loss will be above the previous high. So if price comes back down here, from here, let's say this is the top, you just put it slightly above, and that's it. I think you're right. I think you're right, Sky Knight, though. I think we're done for today. Let me just double check. Because I know the back testing data is based off of that. Yeah, stop loss is just below, just above or below the previous pivot. How do you enter that on Trade Locker then stop loss? So what I would do is, let's say we get an entry off of this pivot right here, this exact level. What I would do is I would go to Trade Locker, and all you would do is type in 1.89, 1.89, and hit short. All right, once you hit short, you can go ahead and edit the position, and you just type in the stop loss to, you know, go above the previous pivot, and then hit enter, and then that's it. And you can set your take profit once you have your entry and stop loss. Just go back on Tradingview and just adjust, because sometimes your entry might not be perfect. Just make sure you get a 2-to-1, a little bit over a 2-to-1, and then you just calculate it in there. That's it. If that makes sense. That should make sense. All right. I'm gonna go on a quick bathroom break. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I've been holding it in and been waiting for something to happen. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I am back. So I think, according to the rules, yes, I was looking into it while I was away, and it looks like because the time frame took too long, technically it isn't tradable. Like today should be done. I might regret this, but I think I'm gonna try anyway. I'm gonna try anyway because we took this level out. I'm gonna try anyway because I want to pass this fucking challenge. So it's up to you guys, but based off of the model, and I'm using a little bit of discretion here, right? You don't do this, but because I have a little bit of experience with a certain trading strategy, all right, we got an ABC, as well as we tested this region of resistance. So in my eyes, this is still a high probability setup. So in my opinion, I'm gonna try this. Am I gonna regret this? Who knows? But we tested resistance. We're rejecting. I'm waiting for either price to set a higher low, or either we get the entry here. So I'm still gonna take it. I just realized also the music's very quiet. I didn't realize that. I like popped in the stream while I was out and I realized the music was really fucking quiet. But yeah, to me this looks like a good opportunity to catch a possible, not a reversal, but at least a pullback. Trying with the club music back with it. It's infectious. I have no idea what's playing because I'm listening to my own music, but Are you still gonna try to enter the trade? Yeah. The only reason why, even though it's against, technically we're past our window. I mean, on a larger time frame, I know this goes against the model, but I'm using a little bit of discretion here because I've been doing this for a while. ABC plus we tap this resistance. Now, unless we break through, this seems like a solid setup for, at the very least, a pullback. I'm not looking for a full reversal, but to me, this looks like a decent setup. So I'm gonna give it a shot. And I literally only need, I'm only trying to do this to get funded, because I'm like one trade away from getting funded. So if you want to stick to the model, stick to the rules, I wouldn't do this. But like I said, I'm using a little bit of discretion because I've been doing this for a while and I know how to, I have a better idea how to read markets and what could be going on here. It looks good. From my eyes, it looks good. So I'm just waiting for this candle to close. Like I said, if you want to follow the rules strictly, don't take this trade because it's past the window. But because, you know, some things are aligning, I'm gonna give it a shot anyway, because I'm only gonna be risking, like, I don't know, maybe, what do I need to risk? I only need to risk 165 bucks. All right, so now we have a new break of structure. Just left an update in Discord. Music is annoying and loud, Johnny. All right, I'll turn it down. I'll skip the song too. This should be better. If we pump significantly past this, I might call it. But if we put it one more high and retrace, this is gonna be my last line of defense. I'm not gonna be actively chasing. This is the last setup for me. Like I said, unless like if we significantly pump through this, I'm out. But if we put in like one more high to form like a smaller ABC, I'm still gonna stick around. Let's see. First, WBTC distribution tomorrow from Alpha Shares Mining in Paraguay. Excited. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Purdue hosted a poker game last Friday and gave away challenge accounts to the winners. The Discord is where they share if anyone is interested. I'm definitely going to join that after this, Grant. God, we've been here for 2 fucking hours. Jesus. I think you're doing them weekly until they get too big. I got you. Okay. If you guys are good at poker, you want a free challenge account, go join Tredu's Discord. I remember the time when you never used to swear on stream. Yeah, I mean, that's when I gave a shit more. I mean, I still care. Don't get me wrong. But this is like how, I mean, on like more professional videos, I probably won't curse. But if it's just like something where we're just, you know, messing around, yeah. Friday the 13th being the next trade day, holiday season. Uh-oh. What will happen? Like at first I had to like warm up a little bit. You know what I mean? You guys are first getting to know me. And especially now that things are slower, like people who like actually enjoy watching me want to come by and watch the streams. It's mostly the same guys. So I feel like I know you guys a lot more so I can open up. That's just how I am. I'm the same way, like when it comes to being in person. If I don't know you, I'm kind of like to myself, but then you start really get to know me. And I'm not like, and not every word out of my mouth's gonna be fuck shit, blah 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 blah, but I slip it in there more than I probably should. All right, guys, let's play some Wordle. Then I'm gonna forget. As soon as we get the entry, I'm just gonna get off. If it hits, it hits. If not, like I said, we're not supposed to be taking this trade. If you guys want to, you can. Snail. Look at that. Look at that. Rays coming in clutch. We've been on stream for fucking 2 hours. Ugh. Oh, this guy too good. I am not the most literate person. I just go with the I'm hedging myself when it comes to Wordle. I'm hedging, making sure I get the most amount of vowels as quick as I can. It's all strategy. Joe, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. It's been a while. How you been? I know we've been streaming earlier. I know some people can't make it. But it's good to see you, Joe. How you doing? Hey brother, I'll watch it back later. But funded account doing decent. Yeah, so I passed phase 2 of the 100K account, and hopefully if I can get a trade today, I'm looking to pass phase 2 of the 25K. So yeah, we're doing good. I just got to get 2 more trading days in for the 100K account, and then I'll get funded. So we're killing it. We're killing it. Did you do any sinning in Sin City? If sinning is just gambling and partying, yes. Nothing else besides that, though, I promise. Not too much sinning. It was fun though. It was a good time. Definitely it's my favorite place to go to in the US. Definitely, you know, I've been trying to stick to the tradition of going at least once a year, maybe more. If it makes sense to. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. So much to do out there. Always a good time. There's just too much stuff to do. Post next Bull Run Vegas meetup, Grant. I am totally down. You have no idea. I think it'll be so much fun. If enough people were down and were able to make it, I would absolutely do a meetup in Vegas. All right, I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna give it 2 more candles. If we don't get an entry in the next 2 candles, I'm leaving. I'm still gonna take this. If you guys want to, you can. Don't recommend it, but we're gonna try it. Decided to drink and scalp yesterday. Added about 220 to my account. I'm slightly ashamed, but I felt kind of like a drunken master. Oh man, that's the worst, Joe. The liquid confidence. That's awesome though. Good job. Probably not the good idea to keep doing that, but if you did well, good job. It's really gonna flag out here. Johnny boy, did you get the 100K live account? Dylan, I did pass. I just need to wait to. I'll show you. So I did pass phase 2. I just need to get 2 more trading days in, which the next 2 days I'll just BS some trades. So that's good. I'm just after that I'm funded, and then I gotta go do Tradu. And I'm looking to get 1 more traded. I don't know if I'm. Why does it make me log it every time? This is always fun. And then on this account, I'm up 915. I just need to make 334. So I'm looking to get this one last trade in to go ahead and take profit, or not take profit, but secure the profit for this this phase of the challenge, and then I'll be funded on both accounts. So we're killing it. We're doing a good job. Look at DXY. Kind of looks like it may go for dumps. So if Euro should keep rising. Very valid. Very valid, Joe. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Hell yeah. Well done, my friend. Thank you so much, Dylan. I do appreciate it. Shout out to the horse racing crew. I'm curious about when you say you have to do some BS trades. Would you mind explaining that a little bit? Yeah. Keep up the good work, brother. I gotta run. Stay green, my friend. Thank you so much, Dylan, for stopping by. It's always good to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, so BS trades, like, you know, risk, like, I can just go. Basically, I have to fill out a certain amount of trading days. So for the next 2 days, I have to take some sort of trade. So what I'll do is I'll just, you know, short randomly for like $50. I'll let it run for like 10-15 minutes. Then I, you know, take profit, whether it's a win or loss. I'll have to do that 2 more days, and that's basically it. Like, I'm not gonna risk enough to lose. Oop, that was almost bad. I'm not gonna risk enough to lose the 5K, but just enough to get the active trading days in, because they require you to trade a certain amount of days before you pass a challenge. So, but we just been hitting trades consistently for the past 2 weeks, so I've been able to pass these challenges without actually going through the without having to hit the minimum trading days. I can hit it before. All right. We are at the 2 hour and 30 minute mark. Fortunately, nothing really has happened. If you guys want to take this trade, you can, but we're technically out of the trading day, the trading time. So just tread lightly, be careful. You're not supposed to be taking this trade, but you can. In my opinion, we are with some decent resistance with a larger ABC in play. So for me, there's a possibility that this can definitely pull back. I'm not saying it's going to reverse, but it can definitely pull back. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on this even off a stream. If you guys want to take it, you can. Just, tread lightly, use smaller risk if you have to, just because you're not supposed to be taking this trade to begin with according to the model. So yeah. Oh, I got you. So you have to trade a certain amount. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I have to trade for a certain amount of time. It's just a time thing. But yeah, on that note, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here just because we've been here for a while. If you guys are in my Discord, I will not be streaming the London session on Friday just because I have work. I usually work during the weekends, part-time, so it's gonna be tough for me to do that. So I will be here Friday because Friday is the next trading day. So I will be streaming. Hopefully we'll pass the Tradingview challenge. If not today, then. And hopefully I can get the funded account by Friday. I'm not expecting it though, because I know sometimes it takes a while. And if we can get the funded account, take a trade, get a payout, that'd be a win in my book. So that's the final step until we can redo it again on a larger account. So yeah. All right, guys. I really do appreciate it. Joe, Dylan. Say goodbye to everyone. Grant, Alif, if you're still here. Sky Knight. Let's see. Rivertown Souls, Mark Z, Niraj, Tim, Crypto Beehive, Jazz, Rumbles, if you're still here, Drew. Yeah, if I missed you guys, my apologies, but I think I got everyone. Let me just double check. I always forget to change it to live chat instead of top chat, so sometimes some chats get hidden. Mr. Reckless. There we go. All right, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. As always, be good, be safe, trade safe. I'll be here on Friday, so a couple days here. Until then, take care. Let's do the thing.